Welcome back. India slammed Pakistan at the UN Human Rights Council over its airstrikes in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, where at least 30 people, the majority civilians, were reportedly killed on Monday. India also accused Pak of misusing the forum with baseless and provocative statements against India. Speaking at the 60th session of the UNHRC, Kshitij Tyagi, Counsellor at India's permanent mission in Geneva, said Pakistan should focus on rescuing an economy on life support, a polity muzzled by military dominance, and a human rights record stained by persecution. Instead of coveting our territory, they would do well to vacate the Indian territory under their illegal occupation and focus on rescuing an economy on life support, a polity muzzled by military dominance, and a human rights record stained by persecution. Perhaps once they find time away from exporting terrorism, harboring unproscribed terrorists, and bombing their own people, quote unquote.
Perhaps once they find time away from exporting terrorism, harboring UN-proscribed terrorists, and
Joining us now is Ambassador Suresh Goyal, former diplomat. Ambassador Goyal, what do you make of these strong statements made by India?
I think they were quite appropriate, really speaking, the way Pakistan has been behaving. Whenever Indian interests are concerned, we recall the reaction from Pakistan to Operation Sindhu. We recall what Pakistan has been doing in terms of enhancing security, the way Pakistan has been perpetuating international terrorism. And therefore, I think if you look at Pakistan's record, our statement about Pakistan's behavior, that is to bombard their own citizens, I think it's quite appropriate. And that is the truth. Any country which is bombarding on its own citizens is not eligible to be called a civilized member of the United Nations or the world community. Yes. So I agree completely with what was said.
Karuri Singh, Foreign Affairs expert, is with us on the broadcast. Karuri, strong statement at the UNHRC, Pakistan standing completely exposed.
You see, the Pakistan and India's positions are well anticipated. These are not unanticipated, because Pakistan is taking the hardline position against India on every multilateral forum or even bilateral meetings with different leaders around the world. So the Pakistan's position is very clear, taking anti-India stand. India is not defensive. India's position is very clear. Whatever the dispute or problem between India and Pakistan, it must be resolved bilaterally. And global community is agree on this issue. By and large, the global leaders also supporting the India's position that India and Pakistan must resolve their issues bilaterally. But Pakistan is trying to internationalize whatever the problem between India and Pakistan is. So the Pakistan's position is well known. So India's response is also well known. Nothing unusual in both the conditions, because Pakistan is promoting terrorism in India and some organizations which are harbored by the Pakistan, promoting terrorism on India and across the border. So this position is well known. At the same time, Pakistan is accusing India whatever happening in Balochistan, though the Balochistan doesn't have any geographical proximity with India. So Pakistan's accusation on India about the Indian support to BLA or TTP is not well founded, but still the Pakistani administration and Pakistani political leaders, military leaders quite often accuse India. So the Pakistan is violating human rights in the Balochistan. In fact, how violating is Pakistan was created in 1947. Whereas Baloch nationalism is hundreds of years old. So the Baloch are asking just for the appropriate and fair distribution of the resources.
Yes.
Most of the
is it important then, Ambassador Goyal, to expose Pakistan in this manner at every forum available, including, of course, the UNGA, but also the UNHRC?
It's not a question of I think it was at NewsX some time ago when I had mentioned that these are the crimes against the humanitarian issues. These are humanitarian violation of humanitarian rights when you actually attack and bomb the innocent citizens of the country and do the carpet bombing of that time. In fact, I said that there seems to be no difference in the way that Israel is behaving in Gaza and Pakistan is behaving in Balochistan. I had also strongly recommended that we should actually take up this issue in the Security Council and ask for discussion. We know it cannot happen, but at least we should try and get this to the attention of the Security Council. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me also, in fact, ask you about. Okay, let me ask you, in fact, about this next big story also coming in now. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has appeared to reject the idea that India was contributing to the war in Ukraine by purchasing Russian